Hello and welcome back to the third episode of my Heartwood lore playthrough. As you can see, I'm here with my main account. I hit level 15. I apologize for the pretty long break with videos. Deltarune chapter 3 and 4 came out and I was kinda busy with those. And I'm also finally almost 100% done with my finals. I got my grades, I only need to wait for all the formal stuff and the final ceremony, and then I'm done with that. So we have now time till the 1st of August to continue with all of this. So as you can see, after hitting level 15, you can basically go to the third trapper and put the 15 feathers for the items. I can show the items later, because I already redeemed them. As you can see, I don't have them on my warrior, because I'm stupid and I accidentally discarded the weapon I got, so damn it, but I was lucky and got Danta's broadsword after a drop. And yeah, now I will just show you the next abilities. As you can see, hitting level 15 gives you a new ability. The warrior gets the stun here. What it does, I just said it in the name, it just stuns enemies that are in the range of this attack. And I just gonna show the weapons you gain and all the new skills just here pretty fast. So the rogue, for example, gets this ability here, 1000 knives, a very good ability that also deals a lot of single target damage. And also for the reward at the third trapper quest for the feathers, I picked the big game spear. I would suggest picking that for the warrior and the rogue. I won't suggest picking the bow, cause as I said, they're way better bows in the late game, and for farming bows are generally not that good as those weapons. So next up is also the mage. So the mage then picks the staff here, the walking stick, and the mage also gains like a pretty strong ability. It's the meteor storm. Just freeze an enemy, put a meteor on it, they're mostly almost dead. If they're on your level, it does really good damage and it scales, as I said. And also the priest does the same. The priest also picks the walking stick. Here again I have level 52 priest because I'm already max level, so this priest gets another healing skill that is an area of effect skill that also of course deals damage around you and heals you and your teammates around you. Good skill. I think it's actually one of the best skills in the game in my opinion for PvE because it's pretty strong. And yeah, but how are we gonna continue now after we hit level 15? So as said, now, because we got it, we can finally start continuing up in the map, and we got a new important quest here. That's the third trapper one, and we need to collect bones. Bones drop from skeletons pretty easily. The bone collar is pretty good for some little buffs in the early game, and you don't have much. I think ring, it's a ring slot, yeah. Much rings in the early game. So yeah, that's the goal now. As I said, I got the mount from my main account, so don't worry. For you guys wondering how to get mounts, you can of course either buy it. There was the Patreon variant, but Patreon is currently paused because they're reworking it in an in-game variant. You can also be lucky and find mount boxes from enemies. Like every enemy has a chance to drop a mount box. There are different mount boxes in some enemies, but more info is on the wiki. You can go to Asra. She can sell one for 10k, and also one for 500k. That's a money sink mount. If you have that, then this is a big flex for you. But she can also sell mounts. You gain a mount through quests. That could be event quest, but you can also gain a mount in the end of the third trapper quest and in one quest that comes up later. And that's mainly always to get mounts. So you have a good opportunity to get them. But you can also get a mount for reporting bugs. That's the cockroach. If you have like a unique bug that you report, you can also gain a mount. So, what I can also show you is Keva. She talks about her lover. So for that you need the love letter. I already accept the quest. And once you have the love letter in your inventory, you can go to her and then she will give you a reward. The love letter drops from every, like, I say, forest enemy. That would be boss, vulture, and stacks. It can drop from there, and it's a very rare drop. And I wouldn't suggest going for it now, cause it's like, it doesn't give you anything good for like progression, but it's just a flex if you have this really rare drop. The letter itself, as I said, drops from those enemies, but drops in like a bag. It's in the hunter sack, it's called. And if you're lucky, I think it's like a 1% chance to get it out of the hunter bag or 2, something like that. We don't know the drop chances. We don't know the drop chances exactly. But somewhere on this, you can gain the love letter from the hunter sack, and if you get it, good for you. You get a lot of XP thanks to the quest. And as I said, it's a big flex if you have it. So, but once again, there's another NPC we can talk about. That one is important for later. Those about the skeletons we need to kill for the bones. Maybe I'm lucky and get some. Nope. But yet, also there's Timon. My son was obsessed with those mines. I was talking about the crystals. I'll never see him again. I can only hope someone will destroy the foul creatures in their mine to give me some closure. So, what is the current law of the game we can have from this? So, we are some random guy that came from, we don't know, nowhere. And, yeah, entered Oakwood. That's how this is called. This area is called Oakwood. You see it above here. I'm like in the bone mine, so it's not Oakwood, but I can show it. If I go, I think it even tracks at Keva. Wait a moment. Yeah, yeah, you see Oakwood. This is Oakwood. That was my my fishing rod there. This is Oakwood, and this as well. And from Oakwood, we somehow, like from somewhere, we came somewhere to Oakwood. And close to Oakwood is the bone mines, a mysterious place that is abandoned and full of the undead, as you can see outside. And why? We don't know. This is something I try to give you some theories why I think that way. A lot of lore sadly is put in the events, but if you want a short recap of the events and what we learned from the events about the game's lore, my Heartwood iceberg and the lore document and also the lore video will be linked under this episode, so you can look further in that if you want to have it instantly. But talking about lore, as you can see, there are many people that suffered from those skeletons. One was obsessed with the mines, the riches in there, and died to the skeletons. They are, in the beginning, they kinda are represented as like, you know, typical undead, soulless, just killing people on sight. But throughout progression and throughout the events and throughout the somewhat overlying story, you can point out that the undead are in fact more than just soulless beings. And with that, I will just say we continue and then we look how it develops. As said, Heartwood doesn't have like an overlying story yet. Maybe they have some kind of story arcs at some point. I do think that they could maybe have something like that in the future, but we don't know yet. So, back to the topic. Like to one of the topics of the series. It's like a guide and also talking about lore, so you're gonna hear me ramble a lot. We need 20 bones. So, farming skeletons, right now you can just keep out of the bone mines, you can just farm around here. Lots of skeletons that are pretty easy to kill around your level. Like, okay, actually not. Oh fuck. Okay, no, it's okay. Yeah, as I said, you can, with the heal and all your cooldowns up, you can bait up to 4 if you're doing it correct and timing your abilities correct, but 2 to 3 can also be easily kited around, and then you can farm some bones. And as said, I'm just gonna recommend you're gonna do this. No, I kited too much. But yeah, as said, just grind up to 20 bones. Keep the lumen crystals, those are very, very important for the whole game. They're gonna be important till level 50. So I will suggest keeping them. And then you just grind a bit. Just grind till you have 20 bones. In addition, you should also grind to, I think, level 17 or 18 around here. so you're prepared for the bone mines, because the bone mines has a lot of enemies, a lot of strong enemies, and it's pretty large, so you're gonna be there for a long time. And I see ya after cut. So, after bringing the bones to the third trapper and getting the bone collar, you can equip at level 17. He gives you the next quest. This one is collect wool. And for that we get a wool chunker, a pretty good head for the early game. So, as you can see, you need level 18 to accept and level 21 to equip it. So now it's just time to get to level 20. It's getting a bit more linear now at first. Getting to level 20, and then as soon as we can survive the outer bone mines easily and what's beyond them, a lot of, I think, like branching progression is coming up, but for now we just need to grind to level 20. I say like the mid game begins as soon as you like got all the skills, so you hit level 25 and got a pretty nice level and got a pretty good power spike. So if you want to level to level 18 to 20, you can still level around those skeletons to give pretty good XP, especially in duo parties with Priest around your same level. This one is pretty effective. But now we also need wool. As you can saw from the quest, we need 80 wool. This takes a while. You can go for the bone mines. You see those are pretty strong. I wouldn't fight them yet. They are pretty strong. Those are even stronger. They have a skull. They probably like two-shot you or some stuff at that level. So you just go through here. You can take the skeletons. They give a good amount of experience. You just kill them and go further. And then you're back to some more chill vibes, I say. We are in Stonegate. Stonegate is a new area. Ignore the worms, they get important in the next update and are level 45 enemies. And here you can say cheeps, and as you can see, they drop wool. They are not hostile, that means they don't attack you on sight. But as you can see, they are enemies that you will fight around level 20. So generally, just in duos, you can easily farm here on the cheap fields, I think. But if you're alone, just farm solo. In the outer bone mines, farm the skeletons. Be aware of this type of enemy. They are a bit stronger, but you can, for example, dodge them. You can dodge the arrows. There you see it. They're pretty fast, but you can dodge them. You can put it to advantage and fight them like that. With that, you can grind pretty fast around here solo if you know abuse the fact that the green flock archers are dodgeable. You can even fight those if you're good enough. I might die here, I'm just gonna try. And it takes ages, but you could, as you can see, theoretically you could fight them just like that, but it just takes fucking ages to do so. I wouldn't recommend that one, but you could, theoretically. Oh god, please leave me. But yeah, if you want to grind, you can just farm here, farm those green flock archers solo, because you can dodge the arrows. Or you farm the skeletons, or you go duo and farm sheeps. You can also farm sheeps alone. But there's still the problem that, like, you know, you can't dodge them, and they are level 20, and you need to heal a lot in between like singular fights. So play careful around here. So they give pretty good XP. But yeah, after this done, you just grind 80 wool. After you like feel good enough to fight the cheeps here, you can start grinding the 80 wool. I will, as I said, will suggest farm that level 19 or 20 around, or with a duo. And then you need to grind level 21 either way, and as you know... Ah, fuck. You see I'm a bit low on level here, so I'm gonna get hurt a lot. You can also pick turnips if you don't have a lot in level 5. But yeah, just continue to grind. There's a new quest here. It's from the green flock captain. Greenflock resupply. The Shadowfang clan have been lurking in the nearby woods and stalking our flock. We need to resupply our bones to make more arrows. Can you help us? Again, a bit more lore. We can see that beyond Oakwood there is here's Oakwood again. Beyond Oakwood is this big open field of the green flock. I suggest they're like kind of like nomads, because I see they don't have like a big kind of like camp. They just have some boxes and some people here. So I guess they're like wandering around with, like the sheep herd, kinda like that. We don't know, but maybe they settled here not too long ago. That's why they don't have much stuff. So we don't know exactly who they are, but we know they have sheeps. They protect the flock, the sheeps. That's why they attack us. And there are enemies with the Shadowfang clan, and I can show you the Shadowfang real quick. So Shadowfang is basically the next update is called Shadowfang, and there here in the edge you see the Shadowfang archers. They're a teaser to the next update, and they don't like each other. They have a rivalry or some sort of that, and yeah, they don't like each other. Fun fact: on the Halloween event, there was a dead Shadowfang archer here that talked about killing their rams. So it was a quest to help him kill the rams of the green flock. But yeah, that's the law we have from those people. So there's this like people of the green flock, if they're nomads or not, or just came here a short while ago, we don't know. But we do know something from the green flock general. I'm gonna talk with him now too. He has multiple text boxes. In my time, arrows were for whims. We didn't need those fancy projectiles. When we encountered a foe, we charged in its style and take him down in an old-fashioned way. None of this ranged nonsense, just raw up-close combat. Bet you a sack of gold I could still take on Canis and beat him with my pinky finger alone. Back then we had real warriors, not those jelly-armed youngsters. He knows Canis. That either means he heard of this legend recently. Canis is a boss in the bone mine. Or the bone mines was at first when he was like young or so. Though it's... For me, it's heavily implied that he's like this kind of like Joker NPC with like back in my day we did that and that. So his credibility is kinda not really guaranteed. He could be like this weird fucking guy that just, you know, hates on the youth. So we don't know. Maybe he talks real stuff, maybe not. In my time, yeah, he's multiple ones. In my days, warriors were as fought as Dragonhide. We'd wrestle, beer moss, and love in the face of danger. Now these enemies with their soft armor and fancy spells, they're as weak as overcooked spaghetti. So weird in the universe as spaghetti exist, but also dragons and behemoths. We don't... Dragons, okay, obvious, but what is a behemoth? Behemoth, okay, it's a biblical creature, that's where the name comes from, I think, from behemoth. But they also exist in Final Fantasy. They exist in multiple universes. So we don't know what a behemoth is yet, but we can figure out that there is probably behemoths or dragons somewhere in the universe. Though Jerry once stated they're gonna add dragons at some point. They are interested in that. In my time, we had to walk dungeons uphill both ways. Dungeons is also something that likely will be part of Heartwood soon. Yeah, that's all for. No, another one. In my prime, I could wrestle the Overseer with Bow and Hands, type at my back. None of these newbie spells and gadgets suits me back grit and a whole lot of determination. Those were the days. Again, with Canis, either they existed back then and nothing changed and the Bone Mine's the king that shit, or he just, you know, lies and tries to frame himself as like the legendary warrior, but he's just an old man sitting on a chair. We don't know. But yeah, those are the 5 lore messages they have, and with that we get even more, even more hints for lore. And as I told you in the last episode, episode 3 is now where I'm gonna yap a lot, cause we finally get this lore and get all the things to make theories. So yeah, just write me in the comments what you think of the story so far, what you think of the guide so far. I hope you like it so far. I said a lot of far, I love the word far. But yeah, Now before we end this episode, I told you your goal now will be to get to level 21, 22 around, so we can get the next armor, and then I'm gonna now show you real quick what you need for your next armor. So, for the armors, I need to re-record this because it somehow vanished from the recording. As a warrior, you need, after copper, you need the iron armor, generally just like copper, 3 iron and 2 coal per bar. And as you can see, this here is iron, and we need a copper pickaxe for that. So the copper pickaxe is also easily obtainable. You just go towards, wait, I'm just gonna do it like that. You're just gonna go towards the crafting table, so the smithing table for the smiths, and then go on pickaxes and make yourself the copper pickaxe. For that you need pine trees, and pine trees are just all the trees that look like this, easily farmable. A lot of them are the swine pits. And generally how the progression with crafting now works, this part is you just use the ores you obtain to get the next one. So for example, the pickaxe example will be you get the tin pickaxe to get copper, you get the copper pickaxe to get iron, you get the iron pickaxe to get tungsten, you get the tungsten pickaxe to get platinum. So that's how it just works, and similar with axes you can make around here. So that's it for the warrior, pretty easy, just grind the iron armor. So for the rogue, I'm gonna do this just here, so it's pretty easy. The rogue again, the rogue just goes to the next kind of lever and takes the plush lever. With the plush lever you can make the plush coat. You see, plush lever takes rotten pelts and soft hide. Soft hide can be obtained from deers and boars, and rotten pelts can be obtained from rabbits. I will just farm rabbits, it's the most easy way to get rotten pelts. You can also farm them from rats in the bone mines. You can kinda combine this with leveling up, but I wouldn't suggest doing that because it just takes too long. So that is the thing here, just rotten pelts and soft hide. If you have leftover bones after doing the quest that needs bones, you try to do leather working, you should put them all in bone dust if you ever do crafting. And generally, if you hit level 15 leather working, just do bone dust until level working 31, and you will have enough bone dust for the whole skill probably, or a big chunk of it, cause you need a lot of bones. You need a lot of bones and a lot of bone dust for the skill. So if you do this, just do this. And as you know, for plush coat as rogue, you need also thread. The priest and the mage have it pretty easy. We got light cotton fabric last time, now we make heavy cotton fabric. The same as last guy, just mantles or robes for the mage, and then trousers and the feet are all the same. And the priest just takes mostly robes and waders, the heavy variant, of course. And then you're gone there. And that's basically all. It's pretty easy up here. Just farm the ingredients. Cotton, as you can see, I think on the map. No, it's actually not on the map. But cotton is a lot around here in the spine pits and around here. So just farm the cotton there and you should be fine. And that's it for now. I will see you next time. Good luck grinding. If you have questions, put them in the Discord, put them in the comments. I try to answer as much as I can, and the people on the Discord as well. And I hope you're having fun grinding. I hope you liked a bit more insight into the lore. There will be probably a bit more in the next episode. And as always, I hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think of the video. I like constructive criticism. I'm totally fine with that. And yeah, I see you next time. Bye.